Hey guys, so I'm back with another video. I think today I really wanted to just talk about something that I'm like really familiar with, which is detachment. Um, and for me, detachment is kind of like the last like absolute straw when it comes to like situationships or friendships or family relationships or just even like my personal like love relationships in general. Um it it is definitely like detachment has definitely been beneficial for my mental health. And here recently it's kind of like put things like into perspective for me and like recentered some of the things that I might have like just been missing out on, or things that I just neglected, and just trying to put things back the way that they are, and then even make things better for me, because of the type of person I am. So like the type of person I am is that it doesn't matter in like anything that I do or any relationships that I have. And that's across the board, like friendships, family, everything. I am a person that puts like their all into everything, puts like passion into everything. I'm like always like, driven, ready to go, I got you type of person. And like that's how I am, when it comes to things that I find are important. I've always been like that. So like, even like my best friend, he's just like, you put your all into your friendships and your relationships, and I see that all the time. And then like when you're out of a relationship, you're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing all these things. And so like that's kind of like how I am. And so like when it comes to detaching or detachment, it gets to a point to where like when I feel like I've put everything that I have into something and I get like little to nothing back for it, and not necessarily in the sense of where like I'm doing things in order for a gain or just reward, but like in general, like let's say a relationship. So like if I'm in a relationship and I'm doing things and I'm putting all this effort and I'm getting all, I'm bringing up all the conversations, I'm doing all the little sweet love things and things like that, but like I get nothing in return. Like I don't get the I love yous or the little sweet gestures that come here and there and things like that, and it's just like kind of like neglect on the other side. you know it will get to me, and if I feel like I can't have a conversation with you about it and things change, then those things would definitely get to a point to where like, okay, I've put all this effort into this. What else do I have to give? What else do I have to put out there? How much more do I have to give of myself in order to just get the basic things? And like i've I haven't been in too many relationships where that's happened, but I can tell you like this last relationship definitely, um definitely it did happen. But for instance, so like if we're going and we're doing things, and you know like I want to talk to you about something, and then like you just shut down, like I'm just like, okay, all right, whatever. So in the past I've had to do detachment, from friends. I've had to do detachment from family, and things like that. And it for the most part, once that happens, I do like there's like a switch that flips. It's just like instant, and it's just like it's kind of like you've made, like for me. at least for me, it's kind of like, I've made my peace with whatever that thing was or whoever that person was. And though, I put so much in and, with such passion, intensity, and things like that, though it might be over, though I might, be like just trying to get away from that thing, I still, there's a part of me that's always gonna still care about that thing or that person and things like that. I feel like that's a lot of like what I'm going through right now. Um, because it's not that like, obviously I have love for my ex and things like that, but it's just like, you know, I'm at a point to where like with me being so detached from, that relationship, I could never really see myself going back into something like that. And then it just makes me more like, I don't want to say it, like it makes me more keen on like, how I want my relationship to go in the future. And so like, things like, things that I saw in this relationship, like red flags and things like that. If I see those red flags in like another, future relationship or something, I'm going to be more like, oh, here goes the pattern. Here goes, these things that I've seen before. And it's going to um, make me more aware, I guess, of being in another situation like that. And the thing about it too is, with detaching, very, um, what is it? It's it's not very many times so where like I'm detached from something or someone where they or that thing uh can like make a turnaround in my life or come back into my life and I'm just like, oh, okay. Generally, I'm not like a, you know, and it might not be like the best thing, but like I'm not a two chance kind of guy. Like you're not. No, once you've lost me and like once I've detached from that situation, I'm gone from that situation. I will not be put in that situation. And if you know there is growth from that thing or that person, or there are like, you know talks of like, coming back or, reconvening or, something like that, you'll never get the same version of me that you got before. Like it will not happen. It won't happen because I'm already aware of where you and I stand. I already know that, you're capable of doing this or this. And so I have to protect myself, and I have to say, you know what? Let's go ahead and put this person in this box right here, or let's put this thing in this box. And then, yeah, obviously I'll be nice. I'll be, cordial. I might laugh and things like that, but you'll never get that side of me again. The sweet, caring, like you'll get sweet and caring, but you won't get like passionate. You won't get loving. You won't get all that because, you know, those things are reserved for people who understand and know that, at the end of the day, like I am a person. I got you. If I say I got you, I trust you. If I say I trust you, and those are the people that I know won't hurt me and has my back. So, those are the people that I will reserve that kind of attention to, as opposed to the latter. So, I mean, that's just what it is. And maybe that's not the best thing to do, but I am still, I'm not opposed to, you know, change or anything like that. And maybe, in the future, once I've gained a little bit more clarity and more healing and things like that on my journey, things might change. But for right now, that's just who I am. And I'm learning to navigate that because, honestly, in life, I've been through a lot. And so, generally people who know me, like, they're he's always happy, he's always laughing and things like that. And that's the side that I like to show to people and things. But, like, aside from that, only, like, really close people know, what I've been through, and all of the things that has hurt me in the past and things like that. And so, I do, regardless of the things I've been through, I do try to just keep going. I do try to just, be the best version of me, and do the best that I can, and create, the best relationships I can. So, I don't like to live in, like, bitterness and, just, you know, all of these things. And for people who's hurt me and things. Obviously, I wish everyone the best, but for my own sake and my own mentality, I need to, you know, detach. And that was all I really wanted to talk about today. It was just something that was, in my mind. I'm like, you know what? That would be a really good video. But, yeah, just, you have to do what's good for you. And for me, detaching is a way of recentering myself, um, coming back. And so, yeah, that's it. So, we'll see you in the next video. And stay positive, stay beautiful, and stay you.